So I am going to be talking about knowing your limits. Oh, hey. I am backwards also. Knowing your limits is an excellent thing. I submitted a talk at the 11th hour, so this is also very applicable for me. And I have been practicing this for one day. And I think knowing your limits is actually a very positive thing because it really means knowing what you're truly excellent at. And this is very hard because knowing what you're truly excellent at evolves over time. And I am still working on this, but it's also a critical awareness thing because it's about knowing when you should ask for help and knowing when you should fold. And for really excellent people, those are very hard things to do. So my story was not an intentional one, and it was started when I was very, very young. It's about an organization called Stay Safe Seattle. And when I was 15 years old, I was a rave DJ. Yep. And by the time I was 19, I played 2 raves a month. I played on internet radio, and it was awesome. But raves, yep, they're pretty sketchy. And people do drugs, I will admit that. And sometimes people do too many drugs. And there is not a really solid support system for when people do too many drugs, and they're not really well educated. And a lot of the people in the community don't give a crap. And I did give a crap. So I decided to get really serious about helping out these people and getting them educated. But at first, I felt really alone about this. And I tried to rally people around this issue. And people started coming to the meetings, but then they'd drop off. And I didn't understand because this was a really important mission. But I decided to keep going at it. And it was a harm reduction mission, not an abstinence mission. And it was peer education. But I decided to follow a national organization, but make it even better. So it was innocuous to police. And I just did a ton of crap, and I was so crazy about it. And I just did it all by myself because I was so passionate about the idea. And this list does not matter because I just did everything. And then people started to really care about it because it was a really cool idea. And we got a lot of volunteers, and promoters started to understand that this was really important to the community. And we even got a grant from University of Washington to do this. And then I decided to quit. Because I was getting too old to DJ, and I got a job traveling around the United States, and it's really hard to travel around the United States and do a location-specific organization. But I said to the volunteers, "You're totally awesome, you can do it without me, go ahead." And in the back of my mind, I was like, no, you can't. Who could possibly fill my shoes? I did all this stuff on my own. But I was like, yeah, you guys are great. And I abandoned the project. My life on the road was totally awesome, and then I moved to California, and I didn't check in for 3 years. I didn't even look at the project, and raves were not cool anymore. But then I did check in, and things had totally changed. That sign that she's holding says "not free," and one of the main things that I had said was that everything always has to be free because that makes it accessible. And I was totally, totally pissed off. Because I was like, why are you sticking to the mission? I thought you understood that things needed to be free. And my ego was really bruised, and I thought they really understood. But I also noticed that they were posting things on Facebook, and that there were a lot of followers, and that people were really excited. And then I realized that they just needed me to get things started, and that they were really way better at doing this job than I was. And that was really incredible. So I ask you, what projects are you working on right now? And are they outside of your limits? Are they projects that you're truly, truly excellent at? Or are there people that are working on them, or that should be working on them, that are better? Are you the best person available? And if not, consider your motivation for those projects. Maybe the projects have matured, and there are better people, or maybe you're working on them for the wrong reasons. Thank you.